Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 196 and 197. We finished everything that was in Sky Island. We saw the conclusion. We got to see it wrap up. It was a nice little bow on top of the present there. I'm glad that everything kind of worked out in a way. But now the Straw Hats are crashed down, and suddenly there's a bunch of stuff. Like, they landed in a horrible spot, it looks like. So I'm interested to see where it goes now. We just had, you know, a lot of good episodes. Can it continue in the same direction? If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123. If you want to see uncut reactions or early releases of this show or all the other shows I do, definitely check it out. And let's go ahead and start. What, Sonic the Hedgehog is somehow in this? I'm sure those are the type of posts that are really boring to be on if nothing ever happens. You got peace, you can kind of do a lot of nothing, but right when danger happens, then everybody freaks out. Damn, that thing got wrecked. Okay. Now, okay, I get it now. Think of this. The entire area, they never have anything bad happen, and then boom, they have a ship fall out of nowhere. I guess they didn't, you know, they were bored. They wanted something, but they're going to get a bunch of Luffy. Oh my God. These guys don't seem as hostile as I was originally thinking. I thought it was a bunch of them that were looking for them. Are they even prepared to do anything if you've done nothing for so long? It's kind of funny to see it from this perspective, though. Some of you were probably asking for some action. Well, here you go. Some gum action. They don't even know what they're up against here. Okay. So that's how, okay, so that's how they get there. Kind of what they were looking for, right? Some of them are probably thinking, why us? Nobody was ready for it, to be fair. It's kind of hard to believe, but... Oh, is that who they're looking for? All they were worried about was carbs and laying around, and now they gotta fight a bunch of people they've been looking for. Gotta be strict. Well, everybody has their own job, right? So they worry about the cooking. The outside, people can worry about attacking. The fuck? Though when you think about it, there's probably a ton of bases that are just like this in the middle of nowhere that would not be prepped. Making it a crime scene, huh? Oh, so they got some of the stuff they took. That's actually going to be hard to really, when you think about it, how would you be able to sell it? Because they don't have anything to base it off of. So you'd pretty much be able to make your own price. The bird that's always pissed off, going south.
意外と凶暴であっ
The hell?
よく手入れされておる。ここの幽霊は勉強家だな。また幽霊だと
At the end of the episode, I mean, they fell, but did they all fall out or something?
どうやらあの船はごく最近、やや周辺に立ち寄ったようだ。コーヒーうまかっただろう。よく調べもせんで口にするとは勇気があるな。
Kinda good detectives. I guess it's just a brand of coffee, but still.
司令官となるとあの船ははい。私はこれまで2度あの船を目撃しております。麦わらの船です。しかし先ほどは
Yeah, okay, so they do have a bunch of new people there.
侵入の事実を全編に伝えてみる。要塞内が混乱するじゃないか。
お言葉ですが司令官。
So, oh, so maybe not to worry everybody or make people freak out.
君は湾岸及び海門周辺の警備強化を。君は弾薬庫収容所施設。不満そうだな少佐。
いえ。
夜はまだ長い。奴らもそうは動き回るまい。集まる場所を徹底的に調べろ。
人の集まる場所ですか。
It's yeah, it's so you can actually spots where they would go to, where anybody would go to. That is such a Luffy thing to do. I would not be surprised if some of them did that actually. That's smart thinking. Because they might. Oh, they're split up. Because they can't get on the ship because all of them are there. This is actually, now that I think about it, it's a bit of a tricky situation. How far apart are they? They're probably pretty spread out. Probably not smart shooting when you're just shooting into the darkness or at a tree. Think about where you go, Luffy. We can't have you getting lost again. Is he smelling different smells in each in each path? Oh, at least they're grouped up together. Not everybody's by themselves. Oh my god, right out of the fucking bird. I don't know why that's so funny. See, what is scarier? We know it would be Luffy and them, but a ghost ship would be scary in general. Yeah, you can manipulate it and make them think it even more. They really have to keep themselves away because they know about them. He's really done his homework, though I'm sure they're probably taught, and they're probably briefed on all of them before. Hide in the recycling. Or litter. Every decision you're gonna make a different one, because the first one's not gonna work. He gets lost so easily. It doesn't matter where you're gonna go, like where you go, you're gonna run into somebody. How do you pull that off though? That's really tricky. Luffy's not covering his steps at all. Is he gonna do what that guy said? Take their clothes? All the time in the world. Okay, well, that seems like a kind of a setup to the next arc here. And I find it kind of funny that they get in these situations so often where they're just in bad scenarios that are split up. We see them get split up a lot. But it's just funny to think that these guys have never had, a lot of them are new, there's prisoners, or they're just in a spot where action would never be. Like, they were even talking about being bored. Right when they started talking about that, I'm like, something bad, something's gonna happen. Because the moment you say, oh, nothing happens here, something freaking happens. Isn't that how it always goes? But they have a very tough scenario to get out of here because they need to escape without getting caught or recognized, group up with everybody, and somehow get everybody off that ship and get back on their ship to leave. With so many people there, so many lights on them, and the ship already kind of taken over with all the yellow tape and everything, they're in a very bad spot. I don't even know how they're gonna do that without, because Luffy, you would think he got caught right there, but he didn't because he's just, so fast messing around. But they can't if they get caught by anybody, it puts, I think they could overpower any of these guys. The problem is, it's not really the overpowering, it's more of being seen, and it's just gonna put him in a bad spot. That's the only bad thing. Now that's rumor has been spread everywhere. Now they think it's ghosts. It's actually a good thing for Luffy and them. Probably the biggest worry Nami has is if they're gonna get their treasure taken. I'm just waiting for someone to just come out and say boo, scare the crap out of them. Gotta learn to put your pants on. It's the first step of being in the Navy. Just sleep it away. Wonder what the reasoning for that is. Okay, it makes sense. Where else are they gonna go to get treatment? You can't really get that lost. It's a big place, but at least you'll get inside, even if you get lost. Though it was at night too, so locations can look different at night. Yep, see? That's I knew it. That was the thing she'd be worried about the most. That means they could probably get out a little bit easier than they originally thought. Yeah, not everybody, that's true. Not everybody's face is known too. The hell are these guys? A cook and a weirdo? You run into people that are just new there or just got there, you can do that. Time to fake it till you make it. You're in the middle of nowhere. They probably send not the best chefs there, or not the best skilled people there. Hey, feel lucky you didn't have your wallet taken or something. And yep, exactly what they said they were gonna do. Nami's doing it. Everybody knows who he is. They know his face too, though. Food is more important. I guess at this point, they just expect them to eventually meet up and everything will work out okay. Yep. And now the view's gonna look a little bit different. Just act. Why does he have to have it on his head? I am the leader. They got plenty of food here. Well, you have nothing that ever happens here. Suddenly something happens and you know there could be people around. You're gonna be nervous. This is such typical stuff they do. If you start learning the things that they normally do, you can track them better. I don't think a lot of things are in his vocabulary. Wow. They could... How did they catch that type of a break? I guess they're in a different outfit, but still, like, just look at Luffy's face. Look at it. It's so memorable. Though they are random cooks, so it's not like they're looking at the poster all the time. It's the other two guys that we saw, obviously. They're a bit high and mighty. Another girl Sanji can simp for. That's just a given. Actually, that's probably a plus, because she can cook on top of being good looking. Pretty fancy for the boonies. I think they'd actually get along. Feel like he's about to school some people. There you go, Sanji. You can satisfy somebody. He's just gonna eat it, though. Everything's a competition. Luffy could live here. So they'd probably run out of food really quickly. There's still meat on the bones. You're about to get schooled. I don't know why, but that sound is just disgusting. It's made with love. His special sauce. They don't even know how to react to this. Yeah, that's pretty legit. And he can still smoke. He loves his cooking and food like he loves the ladies. So he kind of stepped on her toes. I wonder how she's gonna react to that. See, perfect place for Luffy. People appreciate him eating a ridiculous amount. Stomach ache. Or he's gonna fart. You will when you gotta go to the bathroom. See, he can be pretty smooth. He can eat, he can cook.
司令官殿、いくら海賊たちだってこんな見つかりやすいところにはいないでしょう。どこ
あの手の海賊の中には1人や2人度胸の座ったやつがいるものだよ。
そんなもんでしょうか。
He's still trying to reach for the swords. And yeah. That is a very long drop. If that scene didn't make an impression, then yeah. And his face is recognizable, so that's just some bad luck. I think all of them have bad luck. Chopper probably has the worst luck. If we're going off the last arc, and almost since Chopper's been introduced pretty much, he's had some horrible luck running into people. But Zoro almost equally matches that with how much he gets lost in, you know, him and Luffy's not thinking sometimes strategies. But I think the most unfortunate part is now that they know one person's there for sure, you know, you can see them, you can identify them. Now you know all of them are probably there. That's kind of an easy thing you can gauge from a situation. If one person in the group is there, most likely they're all still there. I just like how none of them recognized Luffy, though they are cooks. It's not really their job to be looking for them, and they're in the boonies. They probably don't even know much about it, but they're such high wanted, you know, criminals. You would think that they would be known. Just because they're wearing a different outfit doesn't mean they're not recognizable. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny in itself. And Sanji showing up some people is always pretty satisfying. But them being in this spot, there's not really much they can do to get to that ship. My thought is the easiest way to do it is to just, you know, make themselves seen and then beat everybody up until you get to the ship and leave. That's the easy route, right? They could probably do it. There doesn't seem to be any threat here, at least visually from what we've seen. Maybe some of these guys, or maybe the commander or whatever, any of these people could be strong and we just can't tell. But with how many cooks are there in the spot, they're in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of new people there. I don't see really a threat. But if you think about it in the long term, you don't want to make a humongous scene. Zoro's caught though at this point. That's the problem. He's maybe not really caught, because he could leave if he wants to. He could slice through all of them if he wanted to, but that's not the smart scenario. You don't want to make a big scene here. So what's the best strategy to get out of there? Obviously they could find plans to leave. They could get on the ship somehow, but they're going to have to figure that out. And without grouping up together and, you know, being able to talk to each other about it, they're not going to get anywhere on this. Especially just Luffy eating and Sanji cooking. They got to move on from that. But I'm liking how this is going so far. I think it's interesting to see them in a scenario where it's not really about fighting. Like, I don't see their main thing shouldn't really be getting into fights here. It's more of actually strategizing. And as we saw, being put in kind of weird scenarios. It is nice to have that sometimes. As much as I love good fights, don't get me wrong. I think tense moments and fights are very interesting, and I don't know, it's kind of satisfying to your brain, right? But I equally like these type of moments as well. You need them kind of spread out. If it's just fight, no kind of real scenario, then it's not as satisfying, I guess, for me. Everybody has their own things that they like, but I like a good mixture. I like fighting, but I like drama, comedy, action. I like a mixture of, you know, funny things happening where the pressure isn't as high, too, mixed in. But anyway, not much really else to talk about this. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123, if you want to see these episodes uncut and early. Definitely check it out. All my links are in the description down below, so check those out as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.